Hey guys, what's going on? I don't know. I have not finished all of the books. I have just finished few of them. Uh, but that's what we're gonna talk about in this video: how to learn anything faster, how to memorize something in fastest way, how to absorb something in a fastest way, so that we can function better after this lockdown. Because the fact is, guys, the most prepared person in this lockdown, the person who is absorbing knowledge, who is not all day sitting and watching Netflix, though little amount of it is good. But if you are sitting and watching Netflix all day and wasting your time, then it's just not gonna work for you after lockdown, because the most prepared person is gonna take the trophy away from you. That's how life works. It's not a freaking show. Okay, but don't worry at all, because I am here and I'm gonna give you 5 simple, scientifically proven, neuroscientist recommended brain hacks which will help you in your learning process, which will help you to learn anything faster, absorb anything faster, and grab those books knowledges like hell, man, and to become a hulk of knowledge. Okay, so if you are interested, if you are ready, then without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. Okay, so the number 1 is Parkinson's Law. I've told you, man, I'm gonna give you some real brain hacks. So the concept is that, just imagine that if you have given a task and if you have given 8 hours to complete that task, then you will take 8 hours and you will give the completed task after 8 hours only. And if you are given 15 hours, then you would feel somehow time and you would only complete the task into 15 hours. But in some emergency, when you have to complete your assignment within 2 hours, then you miraculously complete that freaking assignment. But people don't understand that how you do it, because the thing is, when some emergency comes, when a deadline comes and we have to complete a task within shorter amount of time, then what happens is our brain somehow manages our focus into only the important thing which needs to be completed. Because if we are given much time, then we just roam around and we just focus on unimportant thing, we just get distracted and we don't complete it within the shorter amount of time. So that's what the concept of Parkinson's Law, okay, which is mentioned in Tim Ferriss's best-selling book, The 4-Hour Work Week. I think you know about that book. Okay, so now let me pull up that book and read you the Parkinson's Law, okay, which is a very important concept, okay, for you to learn. Okay, so listen carefully. The Parkinson's Law dictates that a task will swell in importance and complexity in relation to the time allotted for its completion. It is the magic of the imminent deadline. If I give you 24 hours to complete a project, you will take 24 hours. And if I give you 1 month to complete the same project, you will only take 1 month to complete that project. But the thing is, when you set a certain amount of time or certain amount of deadline to complete that same project, then you do it in that deadline, and the quality of the product is even equal or greater than the larger deadline product, okay, than the longer amount of deadlines product. So that's what it has been mentioned in this book, that the end product of the shorter deadline is almost inevitably of equal or higher quality due to greater focus. So that's what happens when you have a shorter deadline. Your focus just increases somehow and your brain releases those kind of hormones and neurotransmitters like norepinephrine, adrenaline, to make you just focus in that simple important task, and you just do it. That's what the concept of Parkinson's Law. Okay, so now let's move on to the another 4 quick brain hacks, okay, which is the number 2 is taking notes by hand. Listen, man, if you are not already applying this technique, if you are not taking hand notes, you are only involved in typing in your laptop or in your Android's notepad, then you are missing out big on knowledge, okay, because whatever you are learning, you just gonna forget it a few days later. And the boy or girl who is taking notes by hand, whatever he learns or whatever she learns, he or she gonna remember it much better than you, because that's how it works. When you take notes by your hand, there is a research done on Princeton University which says that whenever a student take notes by hand, he listened more actively, he absorbed the knowledge more actively, which results in better grades than the other students. Okay, so the number 3 is another law, which is 80-20 rule, or you can say it is Paretos Law. What is the concept of this law is 20% of your learning methods results in 80% of your grades or 80% of your or knowledge. Okay, the concept is that, let's say if you're reading a book and absorb after reading that book you absorb some knowledge, and in spite of that you are listening to a podcast, or let's say you are watching a YouTube video, and then you get more knowledge than that reading a book. The thing is that 20% of your learning methods brings the 80% of the results, and that applies in also another aspects of your life, like 80% of your unhappiness comes from 20% of the people you interact with. If you just eliminate those 20% of the people, you will just cut out that 80% of unhappiness from your life. So that's what I always say, that from whatever resources you are learning or you are gaining knowledge, always identify these resources from which your 80% of your results are coming, and double down and triple down on that 20% resources. That's what the 20-80-80-20 rule or Paretos Law is all about. Number 4 hack is, don't do it for too long. So whatever the thing you are learning, whatever the thing you are doing, whatever the skill you are learning, always have a sense that okay, when you are learning it should not go beyond 50 minutes at once. So whenever it is like whenever you are getting closer to 1 hour or 50 minutes, just stop, take 10 minutes of break, take 5 minutes of break, listen to music, do whatever you want, man. Don't have any distraction that you don't only have to do push-ups, man. You jump around and listen to music. Just don't scroll the social media all the time. Okay, in each break you can do it in 1 or 2 break, but don't do it in every break. Okay, so that's what the case. Okay, so as learning strategies, graduate Ellen Dunn once said that learning anything less than 30 minutes is just not enough, but anything more than 50 is too much info to take. So that's what I was telling you, that don't go below 30 and don't go after 50. So now we are at the last brain hack, which is do some brain workout, just like you do with your dumbbell curls to increase your bicep muscles. That you have to work out your brain also, because the thing is, your right side of your brain controls your left side of the body, and your left side of the brain controls your right side of the body. So the maximum time, if you are a right-hander, then you always do all the work with your right hand, like your right leg or your right hand is always involved in everyday of life work, but you don't use your left hand or your left leg that much. So the right part of the brain kind of shrinks down. That is what researchers say, that if you don't use your left hand and if your left legs that much, then your right side of the brain kind of shrinks down. The simple thing you can do to activate your right side of your brain is to start using your mobile phones with your left hand, because all the time you are scrolling with your right hand. And when you are brushing in the morning, just do brush with your left hand. I know it's quite boring, but if you can't do that, at least do that mobile phone thing. Okay, that is how your brain's gonna get the signal that okay, man, I also have to keep activating that right side of the brain. So that's what all about the 5 brain hacks, which will help you learn faster, which will help you memorize faster, and you will become a hulk of knowledge, man. Just start applying this kind of brain hacks. I will make more videos on this kind of topics if you let me know in the comments. Lastly, that same YouTuber saying, which is, if you have not subscribed this channel, then subscribe, like, share. Okay, and if you're already subscribed, then thank you, it means a lot to me. It keeps me going. Okay, so thank you, bye bye, take care, stay healthy, stay happy.